How are you, Aishwarya, today?
I'm good, sir. How are you doing?
गुड थैंक यू सो बहुत बहुत बधाई आपको आपके वीसीओ के सिलेक्शन के लिए पीएचडी प्रोग्राम आपको आपका एडमिशन हुआ है विद ऑल फुल फुल सपोर्ट
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
And so how about let's have this discussion for the audience. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay. So I'm Aishwarya. I am a biomedical engineer and I did my bachelor's in biomedical engineering and did my master's in medical biotechnology. Now I'm aspiring to pursue my PhD in VCU. So yeah, that's the thing.
So what is VCU? Can you elaborate on that?
It's Virginia Commonwealth University, sir. And I've chosen Clinical and Translational Science track as my PhD program in that university.
बहुत बधाई हो आपको इस ऑफर के लिए. Tell
Thank
us
you very much.
more about your undergraduate program, the grades, the master's program, the grades, research experience, so on.
Okay, sir. So I did my, as I told before, I did my bachelor's in biomedical engineering in Manipal University. And my grades weren't that great, but then I focused on exploring several other aspects which I am strong in by attending workshops, conferences, also by building so many networks throughout the course. So yeah, that pretty fetched me in, getting to know many things. So that's all about my bachelor's.
And when did you complete your undergraduate?
I completed in the year 2018, sir.
And tell me about your master's program.
I did my master's in medical biotechnology in Italy. While I was pursuing my bachelor's final year, I tried reaching out to many universities in Europe as I always wanted to pursue my higher studies in Europe. And I came across many universities. As I told you before, my initial plan was to study and pursue higher studies in France, but then somehow it turned out to be Italy. So, and it's that's where I got to know many things. And yeah, my course is medical biotechnology. And during the course of time, I interned in the laboratory of internal medicine. So yeah, that's all about my master's.
And when did you finish your master's?
And I finished my master's in the year 2020. So.
And what have you been doing afterwards?
Actually, while I was doing my master's, I also pursued my internship program, student exchange program in Uppsala University, Sweden. And that's again another thing which I got through networking and through many other sources that I've explored myself. And during the time I got to know many people. So with after my masters, I did maintain a rapport with them regarding so many publications and stuff. And I'm also working as a clinical research coordinator in Apollo.
Very nice. So how did you get to know about our platform? Let's ask this question. When and how you decided that you want to come with us, being mentee, and then to have your application done through our online mentorship platform. Let's do Chapter.
Okay, so I was very active on LinkedIn. Right now, I'm not that active, but then I must say before I was very, proactive on LinkedIn, and I did come across your post mentioning, that you do modify CV and SOP really well. So that's how I got to know. And as soon as I came across your contact, I reached out to you, and the rest, like
Yes,
we
yes,
had
yes.
multiple conversations on WhatsApp.
So, आपकी हिंदी is also good. I want to mix this conversation.
Thank you, sir.
आप केवी में पढ़े हुए तो नेचुरल. देखिए हमारा जो प्लेटफॉर्म है, हमारी जो टीम है, ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म, राइट? ऑफिस नहीं है, तो हमारा डू दैट फॉर नाउ प्लीज. तो आप कैसे ट्रस्ट हुआ कि सो ट्रस्ट वाला एक फैक्टर रहता है स्टूडेंट के साथ में कि ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म है, पता नहीं मतलब ट्रस्ट वर्दी है कि व्हाई एंड हाउ यू ट्रस्टेड अस.
Actually, I've done so many things on my own until now, and one thing is that एक बात है कि मुझे there are many times when I thought मुझे इसमें acceptance बिल्कुल आएगा, वहीं से मुझे बहुत सारे रिजेक्शंस भी मिले थे. सो इन दैट वे मैंने बहुत सारे जगह पे अपना रिसर्च प्रपोजल सबमिट किया, बहुत कुछ हुआ, एंड few ended up saying you are the youngest, few say no तुम्हें ये चाहिए वो चाहिए. There are many other things that they were expecting from a student, and it's not like they're perfect. So I tried reaching out many people. At some point of time मैंने consultancies को approach किया था, which I usually don't do it for PhD platforms, but then I didn't get right information from them, just to get few उनसे information लेने के लिए मैंने बहुत कोशिश किया, लेकिन I didn't find any reliable source. But आपसे मैंने बहुत बार बात किया था sir, and I understood the fact that you got what I'm saying, and that's how I believed.
Because of being a scientist.
Especially मेरा background देखने के बाद, yes, मेरा background देखने के बाद, be it technically, because you are into this technical field and you've done your PhD, sir. So you understood what I went through and what I want. So that's the thing. And regarding CV and SOP, while I was doing my masters in Europe, वहाँ पे मेरे को बहुत सारे sources बताए थे, ऐसा करो वैसा करो. मुझे लगा मेरा CV तो that's the thing. And so I thought my CV and SOP was fine to get over these things. But then after I discussed with you, and मुझे पता चला कि आपके innovative ideas है to make it more reliable, then I found you very fascinating, sir. That's how I got trust.
Quite true, quite true. So talk about the application process. What elements you think are important in putting application through for the US universities?
One thing is to be honest about your background, to be precise about everything, not dragging on the information in your SOP, and to make it in order to make it innovative, you don't have to fake it. Just put on your dreams and goals, what actually you want to do. So the more honest you are, the better are your chances, is what I felt throughout, sir.
Good. That's reasonable. So, हमारे being with us, what services, what guidance, what mentorship did we provide that help you to get to this position, this offer? What do you want to say about it?
Initially, I was stuck with like I told you before. I thought my CV and SOP were perfect to get an admission. But then you suggested few strategies that were very innovative, depicting what I did in a very innovative way is what is important, I felt, sir. So this is one thing that I learned from you. And expressing the motivation properly. And this actually motivated me a lot.
And what exams did you prepare to qualify the eligibility of the US application?
I've given my IELTS, sir.
क्या स्कोर था आपका IELTS में?
I scored 7.5, sir.
How did you prepare for that?
To be honest, while I was giving the test, I was working as well. So it was a bit difficult for me to manage the timings and everything. But yeah, I dedicated 30 days or 15 days of practice. Since day one, I kept solving test papers through which I constantly improved myself.
Anyways, your English is quite good in many aspects, being master's student.
If you say so, sir. Thank you.
एक चीज बताइए, आपने कितना एक्सपेंस, जनरल स्टूडेंट पूछते हैं कि सर ऑफर लेटर आने तक कितना एक्सपेंस लगता है, बहुत सारी, दिस इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू, can you tell how much you spent till you, I mean, beginning your preparation for the exam, application fee and blah, and maybe our fee too, and then how much you spent till you get this PhD offer letter?
I spent around 13 to 14,000 for the IELTS exam. Then for the application process, it depends from university to university. एक में मैंने $70 पे किया था, दूसरे में $90, and कहीं और तो पूछे भी नहीं थे. Few were free of cost. So it depended from university to university and how many universities you wanted to apply to.
तो कितना, how many applications did you put?
Until now I applied for 11 to 12 universities, sir.
So 12 universities, maybe 50,000, 60,000 rupees, I would say.
Yes, sir.
So you're saying within
50,000, I would say.
Within 1 lakh.
50 to 55, I can sum it up.
So this much, and I think fees and everything within 1 lakh, you would say, you spend to get to this position.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is quite reasonable. Let's talk about this Virginia Commonwealth University offer letter. What was the process of the application? Your interview process. Can you explain that part too?
Okay, so initially I was going through several programs of my interest. Then while surfing the websites, I found Virginia Commonwealth to be, best fitting my interest. I've applied to many other programs, but then nothing matched as this, along with few other universities. Not many fitted my interest. I would say VCU did. So as soon as I came across the website, I first checked out the faculty programs and the faculty profiles, what kind of publications they've worked on, and how is it related to mine. So that's one thing I checked, and I found that, they did have the works that I worked on, especially during my master's and bachelor's. So I started drafting the professors. I started jotting down what are the professors who fitted my interest. Then what is the work that they did which fascinated me. So yeah, I started listing them out, and I did mention them in my SOP.
Yes.
So
you also have I think interviews as well.
Yes, sir. So initially I was invited for the interview, and during the process they asked me about my background and what are my future goals, and dreams. And apart from that, they did ask me few technical stuff, just to assure, it's like an assurance for them that this candidate can cope up with few things. So it was a general one-on-one discussion, sir. And they also checked if I'm nervous or not. So they were very friendly, and I must say this is one of the best interviews I've ever attended. So after the informal, I mean, I don't know if it's formal or informal, they did say that it's a preliminary interview. So after post preliminary interview, I was invited for second round of interview, where initially the program coordinators and directors were in the room, in the Zoom call. They all, I got to talk to them. We interacted. After that, there were breakout sessions. So the coordinator put me up to put me, suggested me to go to the breakout room and interview one on one. So that's where, and I had three consecutive interviews. It was interesting, but then I was like, okay, yeah. So
Being a
that's how
student
it
is
went.
always nervous.
Yes, sir. More than nervous, I was tired because it started at 7:30 and prolonged until 12 a.m.
So after completion of interview, how many days they took you to render the offer?
After the interview, they said they will let us know the decision, and I contacted them within a week. I think within 3-4 days, I got the congratulatory message, which I still keep dreaming about. I keep looking at it
So,
every 5 minutes.
how did you feel? What time
Very
was it in
long
India?
journey. It was around 6 a.m. when I woke up.
Okay.
I daily when I wake up, I do refresh my emails. Then I knew that Sunday night was very crucial for me
Crucial.
because my intuition told me they might set the alert and send those emails. So I was assuming that, and I switched off my mobile data previous night. I had a very good sleep because I wasn't thinking about anything. But as soon as I woke up, I was a bit nervous, I must admit. Then I refreshed my Gmail, and I can
And
never get over this feeling. So
and what was
I
the
saw
title, the subject title?
it. The subject did say CCTR PhD acceptance.
Wow.
That
I think
all
then
my hard work paid
then
off,
you called
sir,
me.
and
You
also
called me.
your guidance. Yes, sir. I couldn't control. I thought, okay, let's not jump. First, go through it. So I read the email for about 3 to 4 times. Is it Gautami Aishwarya? Did they mention properly? Is it me? Is it me? I made
Good
sure it
answer.
was for me
Yes, yes,
because
yes.
कभी कभी ऐसा बाई मिस्टेक भी हो गया था मेरे साथ. So I was assuring that's why I don't get excited when I hear such news until
Yes,
everything
yes.
settles.
Yes,
So, and I didn't know what else to do. I didn't text you, I think. I just called you directly.
yes, yes, yes,
You were the first one to
yes, yes,
call, sir. So I
yes,
just called you and I informed you.
yes, yes.
I told my sister she was very happy. She was throughout the process and she saw me struggle.
True,
And it's a lesson for her. And I'm glad it's lesson for them so that they don't have to go through such things.
true, very true, quite true. Yes, yes.
Yes,
Not
and
easy actually.
also I went running to my parents and I did tell them about this. And they were also happy.
Yeah. Let's talk about this offerings. It's wonderful. Especially, I think you have few rejections, right? And having rejections not easy. Initial
Not
phase.
few, so many.
So, how many rejections you have to
Yes, sir.
you get the selection?
I'll be brutally honest. I've been trying this past 1.5 year, I believe. So I lost the count. It
Yes.
can cross up to it can cross above 2000.
No, I was talking about the
Yes, sir.
US applications.
In the US, 4.
I remember when I have to motivate you, bring it back to normal once a student. I think not easy
Yes,
to
every
get
time I had a
rejected.
rejection, I was still the same, but then my inner me kept, reminding me, is there anything wrong? Is your strategy wrong? Are you
Yes.
not enough to do this? So all these questions kept popping up.
Yeah, I remember
And
you
after
asked me
seeing
about
so many rejections in Europe, it was a bit difficult.
that.
One main thing is that I didn't leave any stone unturned, sir, be it
Mhm.
in Europe or US.
Mhm.
In Europe, I tried reaching out every other professor. So during the process of time, and it was pandemic, which is the worst thing.
Worst thing.
So जो कुछ भी funding था वो भी नहीं मिला था वो time पे,
Mhm.
and बहुत सारे borders भी बंद हो गए थे. So it was extremely difficult situation. And why I still reached out professors during pandemic is that before, in 2020 beginning, early 2020s, it was the beginning of pandemic, but then I still managed to enter Sweden from Italy and pursue my exchange program. I thought it would be the same, where there is a will, there is a way. So I tried, all the ways that were possible. There was no professor I left, sir, literally. And there was no European country I left. So,
But you see, आपका जो perseverance है, persistency finally paid off in terms of VC.
hope so, sir.
Let's talk about this offer. क्या आपकी scholarship है? कुछ बताएंगे इसके बारे में?
Yes, sir. They mentioned that I will be receiving a stipend. And by the end of second year, I have to submit my proposal for a grant, NIH grant. फिर जाके मुझे third year से मिलेगा. For 2 years, the graduate program itself will fund me. From there, I have to look for my own grants.
So, what is your annual stipend? Can you mention that? Do you remember?
It's mentioned that, yes, sir, I do. Yeah, it's mentioned that I'll be paid bi-monthly of, annually it'll sum up to 30K.
So are you happy about this
Yes,
or
sir.
no?
Sir, I'm not really jumping much these days.
Yes, yes.
I'm just staying grounded. So yeah, I'm fine. I'm
आपके
thankful more
yeah,
than happy.
you should be thankful. आपके फ्यूचर गोल्स क्या हैं? आप पीएचडी कंप्लीट करने के बाद क्या करना चाहेंगे?
गोल्स तो बहुत है सर, बट वो गोल अचीव करने के लिए मुझे लगता है पीएचडी प्लेज अ क्रूशियल रोल, be it anything. I do have a particular thing in my mind, so I hope I can fulfill it. First thing is I would like to become a good biomedical scientist as of now. फिर जाके maybe, I want to become an independent researcher. So yeah, I hope it'll help.
Yes, obviously, still I think a few more offers or potential offers still awaiting. Maybe
Yes, sir.
you will pick the best choice that probably you should, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Yeah, I
definitely.
mean, once you accept, then I-20 will follow up, then we'll have visa interaction eventually. You will have visa and end up in the US for your PhD program.
Okay, sir.
बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट ये स्पेशली फीमेल्स हैं, आप क्या उनको मैसेज देना चाहेंगे जो ड्रीम करते हैं यूएस जाके अपना मास्टर्स और पीएचडी प्रोग्राम को अकम्प्लिश करने के?
उनको वो लोग करना चाहते हैं तो कैसे भी कर सकते हैं. तो if they have the will to do it, they'll find out a way. And during the process, I hope they don't lose their motivation, and mentors like you are much needed for young students like us through to guide and motivate students. Especially one thing that majorly happened, one major event is that I received a lot of criticism from many people, but there were very few who motivated me, and that's what mattered me the most. And उनकी motivation से ही आज जो कुछ भी हुआ था, I'm very happy, especially my friends who were there throughout the process. They saw me struggle, and I would have had emotional breakdown if it wasn't for them. And also you, sir, I'm very thankful I got to meet you.
थैंक यू। आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे हमारे ऑनलाइन मेंटरशिप प्लेटफॉर्म के बारे में? You want to say a few words about it?
I think it's something what students needed right now, and to assure students that they are in right, you are needed for the society.
Okay, all right.
Yes, sir. And that's an amazing platform that you're providing, because many of the students misunderstand that this is something like consultancy और ये कुछ और है, लेकिन आपसे बात करने के बाद ही उनको पता चलता कि नहीं, this is a technical based approach to apply for different university, and it's like a social service that you're doing, so which I'm really glad about it, because that is one of my goals which I want to accomplish post PhD, and I know PhD would give me the authority to complete them.
Yes.
So
Quite true.
I'm totally motivated by what you're doing, sir.
Well, thank you so much. It's just the beginning, I think. और आपने जो किया, accomplish
sir.
किया, I mean, I've seen your journey. You're very hardworking student, and जो कर रहे हैं उसको next level पे ले जाइएगा, right? And, be humble, what you will achieve, and I think you're gonna achieve very good height in your career. Stay humble, okay? And
Yes, sir.
we'll stay
That's what
connected.
my
Yes.
father keeps saying.
Yes, yes, quite true. Yesterday I talked with you and your mother. Yes. Nice, very nice. I think, yeah, enjoy your time, very important. Okay.
Sure, sir.
I will connect with you
Yeah.
soon again. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, sir.